for the first slide for Hyliion Holdings Corp's HYLN. It's a growth stock. Right now, I have about 335 shares in. My average share price is $1.78. It closed on Friday at 182. And so I'm not really worried about the current price right now. It's more about where it's going in the future. So the industry is the hybrid EV powertrain space and energy. So it's bread and butter right now. It's gearing up to start selling systems within 18 wheelers, so they can start transferring their power systems from internal combustion engines to a hybrid natural gas engines. If they don't want to do natural gas, they'll have a section where you can do electric. So it's going to be electric and natural gas. Now, why is this important? While EVs and electric vehicles are trying to make a way in the world, it's still a long time away. There's not a whole lot of charging stations, especially for the bigger trucks. But at every gas station, you still have natural gas that you can get as fuel. So that's a nice transition as companies still try to figure out the EV charging space. With Hyliion, you're able to use natural gas as well as EV with their engine systems. Their headquarters is in Cedar Park, Texas. Their PE ratio is minus 2.6x, so it's below their earnings right now, which is what we like to see. We don't want to have a PE ratio for a growth stock like this in the 20s, the 50s, or anything like that. And its debt to equity is zero. They're really not in debt right now. They're not in debt at all. Their assets on hand, they have a cash burn that they have enough cash to burn for now, which is why they don't have to dilute the stock right now. And this is good for us in the short term. At least for the next 2 to 3 quarters, they have enough cash on hand to not go to shareholders to try to make more money, which is nice. And when I get into the fundamentals, the next slide, we'll see that. And just for a quick Gematria decode, good stock, 37 English reduction, and also 44 reverse reduction. Hyliion stock, 37 English reduction, 44 reverse reduction. So it has the nice Gematria, really quick, really easy. And that's why when it got to these type of prices, that's why I jumped on board. Now, getting into the fundamentals of Hyliion. So the name origin of Hyliion is it's hybrid lithium ion. That's what it works with its batteries. It's like lithium ion batteries. So hybrid plus lithium plus ion, kind of like the formula, equals 332 ordinal. Now it's not the full 333 like we like to see, but if you use the Colell rule, it's only one digit away, and so it gives us some leeway. I'm not saying it's a super powerful decode, but in this case, you can say, okay, maybe it's close enough. Again, it's a leader in electrified powertrain solutions for Class 8 semi-trucks, electrification that leverages existing alternative fueling infrastructure. And so now the assets. So the assets for Hyliion is $418.71 million right now. And I have the fundamentals from March 31st, 2023, or their last earnings report. They're going to be reporting earnings within either, I think it's 2 weeks. I think it's the second week of August. So we'll be monitoring that to see where they're going. What's the revenue like? Are they starting to sell more of these powertrain systems? The total liabilities they have right now is only $22.1 million, which we like to see. They're not in debt. Their biggest thing right now is really just their cash burn, but they still have a lot of cash on hand to do what they need. A lot of investors are a little worried because they're not seeing sales right now, and the CEO Thomas Healy is always tinkering, testing to get the right system. He's a science dude, but also I think he believes that he knows the importance of getting this commercialized as fast as possible. In the last earnings report, he even said that they're really close to getting this commercialized, and that's when we should start seeing some revenues get in. But when it comes to the net equity, Hyliion is trading at 1.6 times. Now, this is a we're in a good position right now where the net equity is at $396.5 million. So they have a lot of positive equity right now. With the shares outstanding, it's a 180 million float share float right now. And so when you take the net equity divided by the shares outstanding, you get a fair value price of about $2.19. And so you can see with the net equity formulation with shares outstanding, there's a discrepancy in the price where it's at right now. It's trading at $1.82, but if we just took the net equity, the assets minus the total liabilities, what we can see right here in the fundamental in the earnings report, the discrepancy is 30 cents. And for like a penny stock like this, 30 cents is a pretty big gain. And if the earnings report comes in positive, it could shoot up over $2 relatively quickly, which is why I've been comfortable adding below $2 right now, because there's a lot of runway, there's a lot of leeway. The bears of the stock, they're worried about the cash burn, but again, that's 3 quarters away. I'm even though I'm a long-term investor, if the opportunity is there, say 2 3 months from now, if it's trading at $3.50 just off a pump, obviously I'm gonna take profit. And so, in that case, that gives us flexibility where we don't even have to worry about them, diluting the stock or not having enough cash burn. If that's only 3 quarters away, 6 months down the line, 9 months down the line, you have to be flexible. So if there's opportunity to profit, we'll take that. So when it comes to the Gematria, purchase Hyliion under $2 in 2023, 133 English reduction. That's a big investment number. I've talked about that a lot. With the parent number rule, you can kind of see 1 as a 0, you have that 33. I've seen 133 come up a lot in investing, and I always look towards it. Hyliion under $2 is great. 2023 purchase, 333 English ordinal. What else needs to be said right here? The matrix is telling us, is 2023. If Hyliion's under $2, it's a great purchase. Buy Hyliion under $2. Again, you see the theme here. Buy Hyliion, HYLN, under $2. 137 English reduction, 137 reverse reduction. Best energy companies are in Texas. Obviously, Texas has always been an energy hub. Tesla, which they are more energy based for electric vehicles, they are starting to get in the energy realms outside of electric as well, solar and a lot of other things. I do believe in the future they will be spinning off the car division and getting into other branches. And as we know, Elon just moved headquarters for Tesla to Texas. And remember, this is just kind of like a conspiratorial, but it all aligns. So Travis Scott, I don't know if you remember his Astro World tour that he did in Texas, where that accident happened. It had, I think, somebody died, stampede. That was around the same time Elon actually moved Tesla to Texas. And when we're talking about the matrix, you have to take the overarching symbolism of what all is happening in the world. And sometimes you have to figure it out yourself. And so if you know anything about Travis Scott, he's a highly energetic, rap artist. Energy is one of his things that what people like about him. So it all connects. So that's Hyliion, and this is what I have for them fundamentally, and this is where I see going forward for them. Again, their earnings is in about 2 weeks. So if it comes in great, if the revenue comes up, I can really see the price moving up over $2 and hopefully into the 220 range, 230 range, and hopefully even not, if not even more. And if they even get a contract on a PR, then we're really going to be in business. But this is one of these plays that when it's under $2, you just kind of want to accumulate slowly and see what happens.